Hello to my friends in beautiful Boca Raton. My name is Hudson Warren, and thank you for allowing me a few minutes of your time in your ever important team meeting today. I'm reaching out to you because BOLD, Business Objective, A Life by Design, is coming to your area. It's actually going to be held in Boynton Beach, so it's just down the road from beautiful Boca. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about it. I'm sure some of you in the room have taken BOLD before, some of you haven't, some of you have preconceived notions. Look, and here's the deal about BOLD, even if you've gone before, it's been rewritten. And quite frankly, we only ever retain 10% of what we pick up in any class from any book that we read. So let's just listen for a little bit and I'll let you get back to your meeting. So first of all, what is BOLD? Well, Business Objective, A Life by Design. So BOLD is a coaching and transformation experience. It's not a class, even though it feels like one, and you will learn and there's things you'll implement. So there's like a classroom aspect to it. And yet at the end of the day, it's really about coaching and transformation. We focus on two things in our 7 weeks together and just many things that pertain to those two things. We focus on mindset and we focus on action. And the reason that those are the two things that we focus on is that those are the only two things we have control of. We have control of what goes on in here. Now, it takes some learning to get to the point where you can control it. And yet we have control of our mindset. And all of your successes start and or stop with your mindset. And then, of course, if you've got a great mindset and you don't do anything with it, well, then that's a challenge. So we focus on action because you can control the activities that you take or don't take, what you say yes to, what you say no to. And so the idea is that we take you and we give you the tools, the proven tools to go out and create your absolute life by design, like where you leave nothing on the table and you wake up every day thinking, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this is how I get to live again. And so I want to ask you a question. Now, I know I can't see the answers in it. You're going to play all in because your leadership's there looking, right? Okay. Who in the room has one or more, and this could be business, personal, and a mix, who has one or more goals that they are super passionate about and intent on hitting by the end of this year or achieving by the end of this year? Raise your hand. Cool. I bet that the whole room raised their hand, except for the couple people that will never raise their hand. There's always a couple, and I get that. All right. We are coming up just next week on the end of Q1. So whatever your goal was, in order to be on target, you would need to be at 25% or better of the goal. So for easy math, let's say you wanted to sell 100 homes, you would need to have 25 or better closed by next week, by next Thursday. It's the end of the first quarter. If you were looking to lose 100 pounds, you'd have to have 25 pounds lost. So knowing that we're at the end of that first quarter, which is 25% of the year, I ask you with no judgment to look at your business and answer this question for yourself. Are you on track? And I bet less hands would go up. And I do believe there's probably a couple people in the room that are on track. And my question to you would be, and the answer is yours and only yours, are you thinking big enough if you are on track? And for those of you that are not on track, well, how do we fix it? Well, we fix it through the BOLD room. And hear me, first of all, something you should know about me is that I'm an agent still. I'll always be an agent. I don't have any desire to stop selling houses. Now, I don't sell as many as I used to sell because I travel a lot and I have a team that takes care of that. So I own a small expansion team. We're located in Florida. I'm over in Tampa, just across the state. Last year, with 6 producing agents, we closed 206 transactions for just under $1.6 billion in volume. And that's awesome. I also have 6 children, so I understand what having a big life is. We're in the middle of a remodel that we're living through because we're just completely insane. And yet my heart is in coaching and training and just helping people see things within them that they couldn't previously see, helping people hit goals they never thought they could. And this is the main reason that I take most of my time and actually spend it often away from my family, because I only have that family and this business because of BOLD. You see, in October of 2014, I stepped into the BOLD room for the first time, and I had sold exactly 0 homes that year. So it was really great. And I was, shocker, I was broke. And I was in a very unhealthy relationship. Like, just in general, life was not exactly rosy and wonderful. And so I stepped in because it was all I had left. I mean, it was like my last little bit of credit card available. And I played all in. That was the key. And you see, I ended up closing 7 homes between October and the end of the year. might as well have been like 700. It felt amazing, and it allowed me to stay in a business that I really, really desired to be successful in. And because that Gary Keller guy, he's a billionaire, I don't know if you know him, because he always says that success leaves clues, I just kind of thought to myself, well, why wouldn't I continue to keep myself in this environment? So I took Bold 15 times in 4.5 years. And the reason I did that, it's not that I'm necessarily a slow learner, although in some things that might be true. It's that the environment made me better every single time. And even when I went from selling 7 homes the first year to selling over 100 homes in the third year, yes, that's right. So over 100 homes 3 years into this journey, things hit me differently. I was the same at my core and yet not the same. You know, there's a saying that no man ever steps in the same river twice, because the river's not the same and neither is the man. We change, we grow, things get better, things get worse, it doesn't matter. And so I kept going back. By the 15th time, that is the Bold in which one of my coaches and dear friends, Amber Rutherford, challenged me to become a coach because she figured I should be up there teaching rather than sitting in the class. And so I did that. That 5th year, I also became an MREA, a millionaire real estate agent, for the first time. And the guy that walked in October of 2014 never expected to be a millionaire or anything. I got out of the unhealthy relationship. I didn't marry that person. And now I'm married to an amazing human, and we have 6 amazing children, and we have investment properties. We have 6 different sources of passive income. And our life is really amazing and getting better and better every day. And absolutely everything that I'm grateful for, everything, my marriage, my children, our home, our investment properties, my business, my coaching business, the money that I have in the bank. I mean, you're talking to somebody who pulled themselves out of massive debt. Like, everything came because of my time in the Bold room, because of a specific experience in the Bold room. Because when you allow yourself to invest in yourself and fully, like, you can't just show up and sit there and play on your phone all day, because that's not going to work. When you play all in, and when you allow me or any other coach to help you, as we so deeply desire to do, magic happens. And all of those things that are in your head that you absolutely wish and hope for, together we can make reality. And so I'm going to ask that you take some consideration, and you can either justify the fact that, well, you don't have the time, or you don't have the money, or you don't have this, or you did it once 4 years ago and you didn't like it. You can do all of that, or you can look at reality. And if you're not on track to hit your goals and they mean something to you, you can not overthink it, and you can register for Bold today, and let's go change it. Let's go create the life that you're destined to have. So I'm going to have John share my contact information. I'm happy to chat with you. And yet I am imploring you. I know there are people in the room that are sitting there like, okay, I know I need to do this. And you've got all these little voices in your head. Ignore the voices and take the paper registration that John will have for you and just fill it out. And let's get you registered and get your life on its way. I trust you'll have a beautiful, amazing day. Thank you for listening. And I'll see you next week on Tuesday.